Welcome to Alchemize Yourself Tarot. So someone is triggering you to choose a path, a plan to move something forward. I don't know if they feel like the ball is in your court or you feel like the ball is in their court. But there needs to be a plan of action. With the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, these are all about choosing a path, setting a plan into motion. It's like the two of you are having this standoff of, what do we do now? Who is going to make the first move? And we're discussing the mirror effect, what somebody is mirroring back. You're mirroring maybe where you are expecting them to take action, and they're mirroring back, well, are you going to take action? So there's definitely a standoff going here. And you need to see that you are powerful and beautiful, and that your energy does make people happy. This person actually sees you as having a lot of power in this situation, whether you're feeling that way or not. I mean, the sun is all about happiness, power, energy, source, and magic, right? It's like you have the magic to manifest this or not. Some of you are in a very masculine energy. And yeah, so there's definitely power. You definitely have a lot more power in this situation than maybe you think or feel. But the shadow opportunity is that both of you are going to have to take action, right? The Knights, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Knights are action takers. They take initiative. Knight of Pentacles is willing to cultivate and take their time. Knight of Swords is open to communicating, open to coming and compromising on some sort of plan of action here. So the shadow side is that both of you need to create some sort of flow state between action and inaction, that you both actually have a lot of power to make this connection work. I'm getting that this is a newer connection. We have the Empress and the Knight of Wands, taking action. The Empress is a creative being. And maybe the two of you are both in a similar position of power in a sense. But maybe if you're a feminine, maybe you don't feel like you need to initiate. But this person actually does see the power of the feminine. So I don't think it's that they're being passive. They're actually seeing you as having power and control in this situation. Like, okay, you tell me what to do. Sometimes masculine energy, if they're in the presence of powerful feminine energy, they will allow the feminine to initiate or move something forward. But when we're talking about polarity, it needs to be in a flow state, right? It doesn't need to be, that the feminine's always initiating and guiding the relationship. I'm seeing that this is an opportunity for both of you to step into your power, for both of you to be taking action and investing in this. Knight of Pentacles is somebody that invests. I mean, it's slower moving than the Knight of Swords, but this is like, we're going to invest in materializing this, and we're also going to communicate. And I got these little side messages about trusting your familiar. And what I'm getting with the cat is cats come and go, right? They can be very snuggly, very warm and affectionate, but then they kind of go off and do their own thing. So there's something about interdependence, not codependence, but interdependence, where the two of you have that freedom to come and go with one another. that you can be in a flow state and be in a loving connection, but also have independence. But it's going to require that you are present. Choose to be present. You need to be present with this person. They like it when you're just in a present flow state. And that's what you like when you're with this person. Also, there's something about investing wisely. Invest your attention into things that support, nurture, and challenge you in healthy ways to help your soul bloom. So some of you are at a crossroads. Is this person going to, be supportive and nurturing and a blessing in your life, or a liability? I'm getting positive energy here, but I think you have to see that within yourself. I think this person does see your power, your radiance. If you're a masculine, this is a feminine that really appreciates your ability to make decisions, and vice versa. So, but it's definitely at a standoff. It's like, who's going to make the first move? Who's going to take action here? And so you're kind of definitely mirroring that. Maybe both of you are powerful in different ways. The masculine and the feminine both bring different powerful energies into a connection. It's not about being passive or assertive. It's about recognizing the power within you in that polarity. But this is all very masculine, right? The wands, the sun, the magician. There's a lot of so it could be that both of you both have very powerful masculine qualities. And that can create a standoff. So we have 2, 3, and the 4 of wands. So something could definitely move forward. But they're triggering that 2 of wands. They're definitely triggering that need to choose a path. What's the plan? They're triggering this illusion, okay? You don't want illusion. I'm getting that you're triggered that you have to hide or conceal yourself from this person, or that they are hiding. You feel like it's a game, right? It's like, if it's a standoff, it's like, well, aren't you supposed to take the initiative if you're a feminine? And then the masculine's probably thinking, well, you have power. Why aren't you taking the initiative? There's definitely something about the two of you may feel like that games are being played. And that's triggering, because then it's like, it creates that standoff. Okay, well, you want me to take control of the situation? No, you take control of the situation. But what part of you are they mirroring? Yeah, take a plan. You're both wanting to make some sort of plan here. Maybe it's even just the plan to start dating, or maybe start, taking things to the next level, right? The part of you that they're mirroring is this tightrope. You don't know where you stand. You think that this is a balancing act between those polarities. Who's making the decisions here? It's a difficult situation, because both of you are very powerful people, is what I'm getting. I mean, Sun and Magician, these are powerful energies. And it's a balancing act when you're in those polarities of who has the power in the dynamic. But they see you as being very powerful. You're the sun. I mean, this person may actually orbit you, right? The sun is the center of the solar system. So maybe they feel precarious here. Like, okay, they're giving you a lot of power in the situations, but they may see you as feeling very conflicted and challenged in recognizing your power. They may even feel stuck, like you have all the power in this situation. Definitely some power throwdown dynamics going on between you and this person. And they see you as the magician. You're creating your own reality. And they see you as being very playful, very childlike. But there's also some you're deep. You have some wounds. you have some inner wounds that maybe hold you back, or, you know, that you don't see your power. But you're also very healing and playful. There's an innocence to you. It's like you don't even see how much power you have in this situation. You know, sometimes we don't see that about ourselves. We see it in other people, but we don't see it about ourselves. And I think that's what's playing out here. This person sees your power, but you don't. And vice versa. They don't see how much power they have, maybe. Especially if you're very, you know, magical and so the shadow dynamic is that knight who's going to actually follow through. The Knight of Pentacles is, yeah, the shadow is somebody's needing to communicate, accelerate something. Maybe everything has slowed down recently, and it's like there's this need to pick up, like not move too slow. You don't want to move so, I mean, you want to take your time and cultivate a connection, but you also don't want to move too slow. You don't want to feel like things aren't going anywhere, because there is an opportunity to overcome this challenge. Challenges, conflict. There's definitely something about needing to follow through, needing to challenge yourself, needing to step into your power, and vice versa. You know, connections that aren't challenging aren't really that much fun. It is, I mean, you don't want to play games, but you also want to be able to overcome obstacles when they come up, especially maybe something difficult came up, maybe you both have pulled back and now it's time to move through that challenge. Okay, like, are we going to pick this up again? Are we going to move through our blockages, or, you know, mental challenges or hurdles? There could actually be things that may have been keeping you apart in a way, and it's like, are you willing to go the distance with this person? Because, yeah, sudden change, something unexpectedly can shift here. It's like whoever decides to make the first move or make that decision, it's going to like completely shift the dynamic. And it could be very lusty. It could be that there's a lot of chemistry and passion here that's creating confusion. Yeah, with all these wands, I am getting that there's a lot of passion, a lot of like energy, but it can also create chaos. Maybe the passion and lust and craving here is a driving force. Or maybe if the two of you have been physical or not physical, there's like that drive, that physical drive here. And that can be a challenge because, you know, physical desire can confuse the way you feel about a person, whether or not you can overcome challenges. You know, just because you have lust for someone doesn't mean that you can create a long-term relationship with them, you know. Definitely somebody could be spying, like watching you a lot, feeling overwhelmed, wondering what you're... And just keep in mind, social media can be a distortion. It's not always the reality. So someone could be overthinking, maybe you or them, like, okay, what's going on? Someone could also just be watching their phone. They're ready. They're waiting for some sort of message or, you know, green light, right? This person's like, okay, but there's like this sudden shift. This could be one of those intense connections, really fast moving, then slow down. It's like there's a strong push and pull here. the push and pull of this dynamic is very strong. Ooh, the Holy Grail code. Receive the gift. Okay, so what is the Holy Grail code? Let's see what we got here. The entire planet is seeking more fulfillment and purpose. Ooh, so this is about personal goals and fulfillment as well. Yeah, this investing wisely, not getting derailed. Relationships like this can really get you all over the place because they're intense. The goal is that we collectively accomplish the restoration of universal heart consciousness. This card is a reminder to you that your soul signed up to participate in this undertaking and to align with the desires of your inner cosmic heart. So there's a bigger purpose to connections like this, especially Magician, Empress. I mean, this is about coming into your divinity. There's a lot of creative power going on here. When the Holy Grail card appears, it offers the gift of unconditional love, but you must be open to receive the love that you desire. It is time to let down the walls guarding your shattered heart. Yes, some of you, it's like you're pumping the brakes on new relationships. It's because you have guards up, which you should. You shouldn't be rushing into, lusty physical connections if they're not good for you, right? You need to stabilize this cosmic energy. An open heart is the vessel of higher soul that is filled with a frequency of love that is beyond words. And sometimes passion is a part of that unconditional love, especially if it's a push-pull, polarized dynamic. Restore balance between your inner masculine and feminine energies. Yeah, maybe you need to get more in a feminine energy, or they do, vice versa. Somebody needs to be the receiver, and somebody needs to be the action, but it needs to be in a flow state. I believe in flow, not extremes, right? There needs to be a balance between the inner masculine and the inner feminine, and exemplify that inner strength to continue the journey with ease and grace. Your inner feminine is requesting support from your inner masculine. It is time to show up, stand up, and speak up for yourself and develop your personal empowerment. Yeah, personal empowerment. Does this connection feel supportive for you or draining? That's what you have to decide here. Setting loving boundaries will expand your heart as you experience true self-love. Yeah, this is a question of self-love for both of you, because if you're going to be in an interdependent flow dynamic, a balanced masculine and feminine dynamic, you have to be open to give and receive. And that's just really beautiful. I see some of you need to be open to receiving the gift of new connections. And it's not that it's never going to be challenging. All connections are challenging. But this is definitely challenging you and this person. So please like, share, and subscribe. And good luck on your journey. Bye.